What is this?
Hi.
Ah! Oh! All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts, and if I look a little different today, it's because at the long-time request of channel member Ricky Rax, it actually happened, Ricky. It happened finally. I am dressed as Vice Principal Kubs for this episode. For me, it's right around Halloween anyway, but if you're watching this, it's probably December already, and we are finally at the season finale of Neds. Now, that season finale is broken into 4 parts, but this is the first part, and Ricky Rax specifically asked me to wear this for this episode, Field Trips. I'm guessing that Vice Principal Kubs has a big part in this, and indeed, in this random still frame, I do see him with maybe a permission slip, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but we'll find out together here. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, you know what to do. Subscribe, or you might be in my office forever. Let's get into this episode.
Field Trip Edition.
Field Trip Edition. There he is.
Signs. School and life are full of them. And the better you read and pay attention to them,
True.
the easier it is to survive.
Okay, so I have a comment already. Now, Kubs, which I'm dressed as Kubs here, he takes his granola bar or whatever, which is fine if there's like a rule against it or whatever. I didn't even really see what this sign says, but then he starts eating it. Is that a potential firing? No, it's not. I can't imagine him being fired for that, but he could receive some level of discipline, or at least a conference with the principal, or some sort of other action against him, but let's keep going. The weasel.
Some signs tell us what we need to look out for.
Oh, man.
He went that way.
He needs to be seeing the nurse if he's trying to catch the weasel and the weasel did that to him. He can't exactly walk around like that, or he shouldn't. Now, again, is it a potential firing? No. And believe me, I'll give those that deserve them potential firings, but probably not in that case. But he does need to tend to himself when he's around students. He can't just walk around like that. Oof.
That's a sign that Moses is still kind of distant since Susie moved back.
Hey, Ned.
Ah.
I'll see you after homeroom.
And that's a sign that Susie's back and still likes me.
Yeah, I noticed from the last episode that at the very last minute, Susie moves back and she's at Polk again after all that back and forth, particularly on the cell phones episode, which I remember vividly, and him and Mose having their big moment last time. I don't know what's going to happen here.
And finally,
What is it? A
there are
bus?
signs that tell us one of the biggest and best days of school is here.
Field trip? Oh, charter buses. Charter buses. How about that? I thought to myself, that does not sound like a school bus. I have heard hundreds, if not thousands, of school buses before in my career and childhood. Charter buses, yeah, schools do use those from time to time, but it's usually as part of some longer, much more expensive field trip. But that does happen. A school might choose to use a charter bus if the trip calls for it. That would excite me. Here we go. Field trips. Wait a minute. This is another one with a super long title. Field trips, permission slips, signs, and weasels. Okay, I don't know if that's all this episode. I'm guessing so. I know this one is in 4 parts, so it's going to be 4 videos. Technically, this video that you're watching right now is going to be the 4th to last, meaning there will be 3 more after this one, I'm thinking, but let's keep going.
This could be the greatest day of my life. 1, because
Okay.
we're in school and we won't be in school. And 2, Susie's back.
What about you and Mose?
But don't you see?
Yeah, for real. After all that, if you watched the last episode or my reaction to it, you know that Gordy got him to keep saying something like, Susie's never coming back and I like Mose. Even though he shouldn't have involved himself, he did say that quite a few times, and now he's all excited again over Susie being back. He needs to make up his mind here.
Mose and I are best friends, and I was unsure of my feelings for her. And just when I was going to take a huge risk and ask her out,
Susie moved back. So this is
Chop
definitely
saw.
a sign that Ned and Susie should be together. Not me and Ned.
Right.
All right, now Chop Saw, I hope he doesn't let me down. He normally does pretty good without crossing the lines on the whole advice giving, but hopefully he won't blow it here.
And here's another sign. You're lying to yourself. You like Mobhead, and you're mad that Snodgrass is back in town.
I'm not mad. Going out with Ned could have been horrible. This is definitely a sign that we should
Just stay friends. And that's a sign it's time to get to homeroom.
He has done more 180s on this thing than I've ever heard about anyone doing. So the whole thing with Missy and Susie and then Mose and now Susie again, this really blows my mind. I don't know what he's going to do here.
I'll meet you there.
What's going on?
It's my Fruit Nola bar! I paid for it!
But
Fruit
it's the
Nola.
last one, and I want it for the trip, Coconut.
Bullying. What is
Give
this?
him back the Fruit Nola.
That is one tall version of Cookie. That is crazy. And Mike, I think his name is. That's just straight up bullying. Now, would he be suspended for trying to take that? Probably not, but he's going to receive some lower level of discipline there.
Who are you? Freak?
More speaking
your
parts.
worst nightmare.
You want it? Come get it.
Bullying. That's a potential suspension for Cookie. I don't care if these guys are bullying a little bit. You can't just haul off and beat 3 people up. It doesn't work that way. It might work that way in the DC Comics universe, but not here at Polk Middle School. Yeah, suspension.
Be careful. It's a dangerous world.
No adults.
Was that masked Birdman thing?
A bully.
So?
And by the way, yes, I know Coconut Head was getting bullied, but I've said this many times before, particularly on the episode of Danny Phantom splitting images that I reacted to. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But it is very possible, and I've seen it many times in real life, where the victim of bullying becomes a bully or someone else tries to take up for them, but there's lines that you can't cross, and this that Cookie did was not necessary, and he could get himself suspended by basically bullying other people that were bullying someone else. It doesn't quite work like that.
How's my best friend doing today?
I'm fine, bestest buddy.
Oh boy, this is
Okay.
bad.
Let's discuss today's field trip.
Okay,
At the Huffington Gardens and Gallery,
okay,
we will see some amazing flora. The Japanese gardens,
Okay.
including a samurai show. The world-famous Rose Garden.
And I don't know how the Samurai Show connects to his standards, but I could see that as being pretty fun to watch. And with the botany, depending on how he links it to his class, it could be a really good trip. Hopefully he has like some sort of assignment or activity for them to do and not just look at the flowers. That might be kind of boring for them, but let's keep going.
With an art collection, which includes the priceless masterpiece, Monet Gauguin's Wild Boy.
Okay.
Calm down. Hand in your permission slips. The buses leave in 15 minutes.
Now, he really should have collected those way before this point. 15 minutes before the trip? No. I have been in a lot of situations where people try to turn them in at the very last moment, literally when we're getting on the bus. That always stresses me out because this issue of getting parental permission or consent is extremely important. But 15 minutes before, I think my man Sweeney probably should have collected them long before this point.
And big field trip tip. No permission slip, no field trip.
Yep, absolutely 100% correct in every place I've ever been.
So leave signs around your house reminding you to bring it in.
I can't wait to see the Wild Boy. It's really famous.
I bet Susie would love meeting me in that magical, romantic rose garden.
Oh,
Where
boy.
love would bloom like 1,000.
And really, and it still kind of blows me away. At the end of the previous episode, it was, I like Mose, and Susie's never coming back, and I don't care about her. And now he's done a 180 here. This is not good.
Mission slip side, help me.
Attention, field trip buses leave in 13 minutes.
Get out with me.
Calm down. We'll figure this out right after I meet up with Susie.
Hey, Ned. I'm
he
so
going on the
excited
trip?
about this field trip.
Yep.
Can you imagine the two of us meeting up in that amazing rose garden where we have a lot of catching up to do?
Okay, what is this? What is this? What in the world are we about to see here? And if they're going to be together for the entire trip, they have plenty of time to talk and catch up and whatnot on the bus and etc. What? What is this?
Hi.
Ah! Oh! So I'm wondering, is he going to change his tune here?
Is something wrong?
No.
Yes, very.
Great, because I really missed you.
Yeah. He missed you too, but he's gotta help me, so we'll see you on the bus stop. Okay.
What?
I should be with Susie, right? You need to help me!
And of course, he's just selfish as always. I don't know if he's going to be doing any lying or manipulating during this episode, Cookie that is, but he's done a lot of that here in season 3. Oh,
That's forgery.
It's
it is.
temporary forgery.
And I do remember, I think it was Coconut Head. No, it was Martin that was the forger back. I think that was a season 2 episode where he forged passes and stuff like that. Surprised he didn't go to him for this, but that is forgery. Usually it's pretty easy to spot, but not always. And a lot of times, if it's a big trip especially, teachers and or the school will follow up with parents to confirm something like this. They're not just going to take their word for it, especially if it's a longer charter bus trip like this.
Take it to the office where an overworked assistant will check it off. Then tomorrow we'll slip one really sound by your mom, and we'll live happily ever after.
Sadly, there are schools out there that do kind of rush this process, and if there's some scribbled signature on a form, they do tend to take it sometimes. Sadly, that is true.
So, Mosley, now that Feynman's gone and Ned's with Susie, you, interested in meeting any new guys?
No.
What?
In fact, the only guy I want to see today is the
Oh boy.
Love works in mysterious ways. They can find you, even if you aren't looking.
That sounds creepy. That sounds creepy.
I'm gonna get on the bus now.
Good call.
It has begun.
What?
And today will be the day that
Oh no, Loomer. Which I haven't heard from him in quite a while. I do remember on, it was one of the recent episodes where him and Seth and Feynman were in like sumo suits or fighting with each other for Moses' honor, whatever that meant. But I see him now and he's pretty dressed up and he looks nice and I'm wondering what he's going to do here.
Because all day long, fate will be giving her signs that our love is meant to be.
What in the world?
It'll be fate. It'll be you guys.
There's the Loomer we know.
Oh, I missed the evil laughing.
He missed his cue on the evil laugh where they all start laughing together. That's funny.
Sorry, dude. Split up.
What?
Hi, boys.
Whoa.
Who's that?
A handwriting expert.
So here's our random still frame. And you saw that woman in the office that was answering phones and taking various things from students. That is sort of an exaggeration, but many front offices do get busy, particularly at certain times of day or certain days of the week, or especially if there's a special event going on and you have a lot of parents in the school or coming up to the office. That is very accurate. Now, the handwriting expert, this is also probably poking fun at an exaggerated version of looking at the signatures. Now, nowadays, and even in this era, you might just call and follow up with the parent if you think something's amiss and get them to confirm that you did, in fact, write this or sign this permission slip form.
And he's going to compare that signature with the one on Cook's report card.
Okay. And that's actually not bad. I have heard of people doing that in real life. If they have a sample of a particular parent's signature, they may look at it. Now, it is sort of ridiculous what this guy's doing here, but it's an exaggeration of something that might possibly happen in real life. Yes. He knows it's a fake.
Well, I guess we'll never know. But I do know Cook can't go on the field trip, so boo-hoo for you.
Yeah. He says, boo-hoo for you. That is accurate, very true. If he destroys his field trip form, especially if there's a suspicion that it's not legitimate, he's not going on that trip. And you might ask yourself, why is that always such a big deal? Well, if the parents don't consent and that student gets hurt or something happens during the course of the trip, that's going to be a huge issue legally for the school district. So that parental consent in the form of a field trip form is very, very important.
Oh, have mercy. Look at him. He's been waiting for this
Nah.
field trip all year.
I have had many, many times where students have come up to me personally and personally begged me to let them go on a field trip. And unfortunately, I had to tell them no because they didn't take care of their field trip in time or by a deadline or whatever the teacher or sponsor of the field trip said. And it's very sad, but I had to tell them that many times. Also, I've been at schools where there's certain policies about eligibility for field trips, such as passing grades or a certain attendance threshold or even a disciplinary requirement, like you can't have a certain number of write-ups. And the student will come to me and they'll beg and they'll beg. And not quite what Cookie's doing here, but maybe a lesser version of it in real life, and I've had that happen to me many times. Unfortunately, you really can't allow it or bend the rules in those kind of situations.
How about if his mom calls you?
Fine. Cook's tears worth. Have his mom
Really?
call me, but no more funny business, or both of you will stay here. Correct.
And Kubs is being pretty nice here. I have had situations where a parent can intervene at the last minute and give their permission. Now, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with just a phone call. It sort of depends on the situation and what the school's policy on that is, but I have seen that happen before, particularly if the administrator knows the parent well and can get that verification and knows for 100% certainty that it's them, but they're probably going to want something in writing as well. Or I've been in situations where I did talk to a parent and I said, hey, can you please just come up here and write a note for us before the bus leaves?
Your mom's
What
not
is
home,
it?
is she?
He's on a plane to a business conference with my dad.
Wow, they left him home alone for who knows how long. That's a little crazy to me. I think they're only supposed to be like 13, 14. That's a little young for something like that, in my opinion, but I guess he's home alone.
No. Whatever it is,
She said no before they even asked anything.
the answer is no. Why don't you ask Susie to help since she's so great?
Because you're my best friend. And best friends do best friendly things for best friends.
He needs to stop. He needs to stop. Even if he doesn't intend to get back with her, he needs to stop with the whole best friend thing, repeating it over and over again.
Yes, Mrs. Cook.
I'm sorry I forgot to sign Simon's permission slip, but I assure you he has permission to go on the trip.
Oh boy.
It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, Miss.
That's so good. Oh, and I'm like, surely this does not fool him. Now, I have had students, not very recently and not very often, but students that would try to pull something like this. There was another school that I worked at where we were pretty certain that a student tried to do something similar for another student. It did not work.
Cook.
She's in trouble.
Welcome to the no-goers room. The place where kids who aren't allowed on the field trip stay, while the rest of us go out and have fun.
That is a real thing. Now, you would never call it the no-go room, but that's basically what it is. Every field trip I've ever heard of at every school I've served at, there's always at least a couple, sometimes many more than a couple, but there's always at least one, unfortunately, that does not go for whatever reason. Either they just refuse to turn their field trip form in, or if it's a paid trip, there are paid trips where you have to pay to go, but even in that case, usually that's not as much of an issue because there are people that might be willing to sponsor them for the trip if it's not a ton of money. There are also situations where maybe the school policy is you can't be failing your classes or you can't be really a chronic disciplinary student and you're not allowed to go for that reason, but there always is kind of a no-go room. Again, you don't call it that.
Don't worry, Krabs. I'll make sure
they learn their lesson and had make lovely keychain crabs.
No, you wouldn't be teaching them a lesson because they didn't necessarily do anything wrong to prevent them from going on the trip, although that does happen. Some of these students may be in there because they did break some rules. Now, in Moses' case, I sort of understand that, and while I may or may not say that it's a potential suspension, she would receive some level of discipline, including maybe not being allowed to go, depending, again, on what the school and district's policy on field trips is.
And if I catch any of you out of this room, you'll all taste Kubs' special slow-roasted summer school. Seasoned with detention and a dash of banned from the graduation ceremony.
Oh, wow. And by the way, that is a real thing, except for probably the summer school. I don't know that you can force that for disciplinary reasons. Now, detention, sure, he can assign them detention. He can even prevent them from going to the graduation ceremony. That is true. Now, I've never been in a middle school that had like a full-blown graduation, usually like some sort of academic recognition, or some places call it an honors night or an honors day ceremony. But in high school, you can 100% ban someone from graduation, but it usually has to be particularly egregious. That's why if you are a senior in high school or are getting there, you really have to watch it on the pranks, senior pranks. That can stop you from graduating or at least participating in the ceremony. You'll probably still get your diploma, but they can ban you from the ceremony. That's 100% accurate, and unfortunately, I've seen that happen before.
5 minutes. The field trip bus leaves in 5 minutes.
Okay. It's not quite as good when he does the whole "I'm watching you" thing.
You could have said no if you didn't want to help.
True.
I did!
She did.
7 times! And now Mo's no see wild boy.
Then I gotta get on that bus or
Or what?
Or what?
I can't. If I tell you, it might jeopardize my secret identity.
Oh, don't tell me you're the freak in the bird suit I heard about.
I have a plan.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Cookie really wants to go. They haven't really fully explained that, I think.
So do I. Gordy, it's Ned. Mr. Lowe.
How is he able to do that? Is this teacher, or I think he's the guidance counselor. Again, we don't really call them guidance counselors anymore. It's school counselor or professional school counselor, but he's supposed to be watching them. I would think that he would have seen Ned do that.
I was thinking of getting some cool glasses. Can I try yours on? Oh! Sorry.
Now, I'm tempted to say that Ned would receive some consequences for this, but if I were investigating that, I would see that he willingly gave him the glasses, and it did sort of look like an accident. So I don't know if you can punish Ned too much for this. It's sort of the counselor's fault for giving him his glasses. I don't know why he would do that. What? No way. No way. You're telling me this guy's not going to know that it's cardboard cutouts. That is so bad.
That's okay, I can still see.
And yeah, I mean, that might fool him for a minute, but what about when they go to lunch or when they take a bathroom break or whatever, or when he walks over to them or talks to them? They're going to have a hard time explaining this. And really, this is a potential firing for this guy. You cannot be quite this lax, and if they're able to go on the field trip without permission because of this, that's a potential firing. Metal detector.
1 minute. The bus leaves in 1
Wow.
minute.
And also, by the way, this is a potential firing for Gordy. If he's helping them do this, that's a firing, almost automatically. But also, I see the metal detectors now. In this era particularly, you wouldn't have that for a field trip. I don't know that that would be necessary. I haven't seen that in this era. Now, nowadays, even for like a regular field trip, I don't know that you would do this unless there was some suspicion of a danger of some sort. Or if it was a very, very long distance trip, I could see maybe. But this is sort of hardcore here, but I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to say that it's totally inaccurate.
Now I'm out of plan.
We're gonna miss the field trip. Don't worry. I'll get you on that bus somehow. Just wait for my signal and then make a run for it.
What's the signal?
I don't know how they're not going to notice that they're getting on the bus or they're on the trip and not supposed to be. Kubs is going on the trip, I thought, and I don't know how he wouldn't notice. Gordy, I have a feeling, is about to rack up some more potential firings. Oh, I guess
in
Krubs
15
isn't going.
seconds.
Okay, that's a firing and an arrest. Yeah, that's a firing and that's an arrest on Gordy. You can't do that. And I guess Krubs isn't going, but somebody from that school is going on the trip. I guess it's maybe Mr. Sweeney. And Mr. Sweeney would know that they're not supposed to go, so I'm not sure how they're going to portray them pulling this off.
I think that's the signal.
Okay, wow. Okay. What adults are on the bus? Where's Sweeney? Gordy, I have a feeling, is about to rack up some more potential firings.
I think that's the signal.
Okay, wow. Okay. What adults are on the bus? Where's Sweeney?
Yes! We made it!
What?
Hey, you guys aren't alien invaders.
No, that's not going to fly. He's getting arrested. He's getting fired. And I'm still wondering what adult or what faculty sponsor is on this field trip.
Ted Gordon, you're fired! And I want you gone when I get back.
No, it's let's call the police and have him arrested like right now.
Yeah, I kind of figured that might happen.
Wow. He finally got fired. I mean, I can't say that I'm overjoyed because I do like Gordy as a person, but I mean, I don't know how many potential firings he's gotten in this season, and I didn't even start doing that at the very beginning of the series, but sadly he was finally fired, but he did sort of deserve it.
Did you get on the wrong bus?
Okay, now I just want to check every seat, make sure you're all sick.
Yeah, that is something you might do, particularly confirming that everybody who's supposed to go is there so that you don't get to the destination and then think you have one number of students, and then when you start counting off, which you definitely do, even in high school, that you have exactly the same students that you started out with. So yeah, this is not unreasonable by Krubs. Okay. What's he gonna do?
Field trip!
Field trip!
Okay. Let's roll.
No, he would not stop that just because they were excited. I kept thinking, how are they going to get out of this? There's no way he doesn't see them, but I guess this has to work in order for the plot to move forward. Okay. So he's going on the trip. Krubs is going.
Part 2 of the field trip is the trip, and it can be long. So
Yeah.
bring stuff to keep you not bored.
Yep,
Like
very
books
true.
and magazines. Pass the time with classic license plate and car spotting games.
Yeah. Now, even in this era, if you're driving a charter bus, many of those have like TV monitors and stuff. I vividly remember going on trips, particularly with marching band during this era, even before this, and they had little TV screens and you could watch a movie on the trip.
Slugbug Silver, got you.
You didn't say no hitbacks.
No, I mean, just no.
Any bus time is good for bring your notebook and get smarter time.
That's easy.
The integral of 1 over x with respect to x equals the natural logarithm of x plus c.
Wow. Seth got smarter all of a sudden. And by the way, that was probably a potential suspension for Missy, depending on this guy's reaction and how hard she hit him. But she's going to receive some level of discipline regardless.
You're so smart ever since you started going out with me.
Bring or borrow a cell phone. Kids do get lost or left behind on a field trip, and you want to contact your parents immediately.
Yeah, and schools have different policies on this. They may allow students to bring cell phones for that reason, depending on what the school policy is.
Or use it to call a friend who's on a different bus.
You're supposed to be on my bus, Ned Bigby, not Jennifer's.
We're gonna have a great time on the field trip, and in that rose garden, and we're gonna spend all day together, I promise.
Okay.
You're really lucky you're cute.
The weasel. And custodians do not do this, okay? I have been at schools where they would set traps for like bugs or even mice, but full-blown weasels, you're gonna call whatever animal control exists in your area or hire a specialist to come out and get rid of it.
You ate my couch! You mauled my mid-morning snack!
And isn't he supposed to be gone? I thought he was fired.
Cost me my job! Okay, the job thing was my fault.
Yeah,
but if
it was
this
him.
is my last day at Polk, it will also be yours!
And if Gordy did something like that, Kubs is not going to say, oh, like, be gone by the time I get back. It's like, no, you're out of the building now. He's not going to just wait around or give him time to do whatever. Because the sad reality is, if you have a situation like that happen and you don't get them off campus immediately, they have the possibility of exhibiting some bad behavior, let's say, during their last few hours there. So he really would have been escorted off campus and probably arrested as well. No.
I have saved the best for last.
That looks dangerous.
We're getting closer. I think I could smell those roses.
What does Susie have that I don't have?
Cookie, come on, Cookie. And they really just need to be honest with each other. I guess they sort of were at the end of the last episode, kind of, but I feel like we didn't completely get closure on it, and I guess hopefully we'll get closure by the end of this series.
What do girls love most in a guy?
Honesty, a sense of humor.
No!
He ain't honest. Cookie is not honest.
Superhero. Lois Lane loves Superman, Mary Jane loves Spider-Man, and Lisa will love...
Yeah, he probably shouldn't take advice from the comics. Not a good idea.
The Steel Eagle fights for justice, protects the glass
Steel
on
Eagle.
field trips, and will impress Lisa so much she'll get pizza with me and we'll live happily ever after.
Nah.
Or this is a sign that you have finally lost your mind.
Yeah.
Jennifer, it seems fate has brought us together on this
What?
romantic bus ride. Oh, and I've changed a lot. And I like cheese.
Where did he get that? That's pretty impressive.
Camembert.
Wow.
Okay, Polksters, gather around where I can
Okay.
see all of you.
All right, so you've got some adults here. I think I see Kubs, and I see Mr. Sweeney, and Mr. Comeover, and Mr. Powell. Not bad. A lot of times at Polk, I'm like, where are all the adults? They're not supervising them at all. But this is sort of standard, and I see there's probably like 30 or 40 kids on this trip, and 4 adults. A 10-to-1 ratio is pretty standard, so not bad, Polk.
See? Didn't I tell you we'd be together?
I was kind of hoping we could hold hands.
What?
This is not what I had in mind.
That's crazy.
Okay, you must stay with the teacher with the same color as your Huffington stickers.
Okay, not bad.
After your garden and gallery tour, you have lunch at 12:30.
And really, they should have a list. Like, this switching sticker business is not going to fool them, but I guess in the Neds universe it is.
Then, at 1 p.m., you get to free roam for 1 hour to go wherever you want. See the samurai show, go to the gift shop, or stroll through the rose garden.
And depending on how this trip is structured and what policy is, this is, I guess, possible. Makes me a little nervous, to be honest, but I have been on trips where you would allow students to go in small groups depending on where the trip is and how you have it structured and how many adults you have. That is possible. Now, for middle school, I'm not used to seeing that. I would guess that in real life, there would be an adult with each little group that goes around on its own, but there's going to probably be an adult with them at all times. What they're describing, I see more often in high school.
Quick, blue group, to the Fern Forest.
Mr. Powell.
Red group, we are off to the gallery to see the wild boy.
Okay. That's probably what Mose wants. Oh man, between these guys and Mose, Cookie and Lisa, and Ned and Susie, this is going to be a crazy episode.
Is with red group.
I repeat, target is with red group.
And
Good for
I'll
Loomer.
free roam wherever I want to make sure you all stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Now, in real life, he would probably be with one of the groups, but yeah, if they did do this, that is sort of what he would do.
First stop, Japanese Gardens.
Come on,
Cool.
we're going to the Japanese.
I wonder where this was in real life. Obviously, this is a real botanical gardens. I'm wondering where it is in real life.
Hey!
This isn't the playground, Punky Brewster.
What?
Protecting these plants and...
Who is this actor? I recognize this actor, but I'm not good with actors' names. You know that if you've ever played Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with me on live streams. But this actor I instantly recognize, but I'm not sure who it is.
And I'll be watching you like macaroni on cheese.
So this guy looks like he's on staff at the Gardens, which you would have that, especially if it's a place that is accustomed to hosting school groups. They're going to be prepared for that, and they're going to have staff to help out the school in kind of monitoring the students.
Did was touch a shrub.
Yeah, but people see you touching it, and everybody thinks it's okay to touch the shrub. And I got a garden full of shrub touchers.
Get away from my shrub!
Oh, man. I don't remember where I know this guy from, but you guys will probably chime in the comments and tell me.
Mr. Bigby, what are you doing here? You are supposed to be over here with your group. Let's have the best.
So it worked out. He somehow got put in the group. And while I do like the organization of the trip, they are really failing to double check with these groups and who's supposed to be with who. They're kind of failing hard in one area and doing a good job in other areas at the same time. It's kind of a weird vibe.
Huffington Gardens is a scary and dangerous place.
It's not.
But these are daisies.
Yeah, but if you eat 2,000 of them, you could die.
So he's trying to create some sort of issue where he has to intervene as Steel Eagle, was it? Just to impress Lisa. Cookie has fallen off. I do not like his character. He's probably my least favorite on the show at this point.
But don't worry. At the first sign of trouble, the Steel Eagle will be here to save the day.
Who's
Why?
the Steel Eagle?
He's a friend of you and me. A nightmare to scum, and oh, he's handsome. Anyways,
What?
see ya.
What's he gonna do?
Well, if it isn't the Steel Eagle.
Uh-oh.
We've been looking for you.
Yeah, because he beat these guys up. They were bullying Coconut Head, and then he did something far worse to them and became a bully, in my opinion. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. This is why these trips get supervised. And these two guys behind Mike look like high schoolers, if not young adults. Some of the cast members, particularly the extras, look way too old for middle school.
Now, the Gardens was once the home of rail tycoon and art lover Franklin Huffington.
Okay.
The Round Boy.
And by the way, I see these guys with glasses and suits on. There are places that have guards like that, but even in a more established exhibit like this, you're not going to have that. Only in the world's most prestigious museums are you going to have security that just stands there and watches. Think of the world's most famous art museums and things of that nature. A kind of medium-sized exhibit at a botanical gardens like this, you're simply not going to have people like that.
Jennifer, we meet again.
What?
Is fate trying to tell us something?
What is going on? And this is so funny just because how his character has been pretty much the entire time. I think there was a period of time where, like, he was with either Missy or I think maybe it was Susie, and he had this cleaned up image. It's sort of funny here.
I doubt it.
Have I ever told
And he needs to watch it with grabbing her like that. That can get him in some trouble too.
Okay, Mosley, keep a little profile, see the nice things painting.
Art toucher, stop her!
Oh boy. And you wouldn't do this, okay? Now, you might ask her to stop, or worst case scenario, ask her to leave that little building, but you wouldn't chase after her. I mean, what are they going to do, tackle her? That would present a real issue. No.
Okay, where's the $20 you owe us for robbing Coconut Head?
You get the other half after you rob Lisa.
Oh. So it took me a minute to get it. So he's paying them to create a fake situation so he can intervene as Steel Eagle and impress Lisa. He has sunk to a new low.
Go up and save the day by fake kicking your butts again.
Oh, so that first one was fake too. Okay.
Masks on.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, They could probably get arrested for this fake stuff. I mean, if you saw a guy walking around in a ski mask, particularly now, but even at this time, that's going to be a real problem. You can't just walk around freely in a mask like this.
Hey, Cookie.
Well, looks like we stumbled upon some art thieves. Bring them in. I'll get the art toucher.
Okay.
No, we're just...
And they would probably call the police. They wouldn't do this themselves because if you're a private security guard, your power to do stuff like this is really limited. I'm not a law enforcement expert, but I would think that they can't just grab them just for this. Now, they might call the police. I mean, that's well within their rights. Yeah.
Who's the man?
And if he still worked here, this would probably be a potential firing too. This looks extremely dangerous. Okay. And that's another potential firing, again, if he wasn't already fired.
Dusty!
Dusty Chopsaw.
What are you doing? It's the weasel. He's on a rampage. I know. Look what he did to my oak.
And he ate up all my cream spinach.
Uh-huh.
And it ate my dodgeball.
Durga.
We are going on a hunting trip.
I mean, it is true that they would be able to access much of the school much more easily than usual because there wouldn't be hardly any kids there except in the no-go room or whatever that was. Okay.
Now that's what I call a sign you and I are meant to be together. To not what?
Ooh, he needs to watch himself here.
Aren't you afraid of being out in the open?
There's over 150 acres at Huffington. Only one Krubs. Chances of him finding me are slim to none. I live for danger.
Yeah, that's right, because Krubs does know that he's not supposed to be there, and really the teachers should know as well. They should have a list of all students who got their field trip forms in on time and who showed up on the day of the trip that had their forms in. They should not be just unknowingly allowing Ned to walk around with them. Wow.
Baby! Is that you?
Hey, Susie.
And he would probably get the park staff and maybe even the police to help him if he has a kid that snuck on the bus and is not supposed to be there and is running around free. That would be a real issue, and he would probably call for help. What?
Come on, something dangerous happened. I'm still legal. Something dangerous. A cry
What?
for help.
Not quite.
Don't worry, it's still legal. Get your lollipop.
And he doesn't need to be messing around with other people's kids, and he doesn't need to hand this kid this broken lollipop that's on the ground for him to eat it. He needs to just walk away. What? Yeah.
Don't cry.
Yeah, that might scare a kid that age.
Take the lolly.
Just walk away.
Stealing my baby's candy.
Yeah, that would sort of look like that. And I saw the samurai walk up. This is going to be crazy, but I can't say that Cookie does not bring this on himself here.
Stop the candy shooting butterfree!
Now, they wouldn't do that, particularly if those were real swords. They could get in a lot of trouble for this. Now, running from Krubs, this is a potential suspension for him. And if I didn't say it earlier, this is also a potential suspension for Mose and Cookie and Ned for sneaking onto the bus like that. Ow! Why is she back there? Come on with the cheesy moment. I guess she's hiding from the art exhibit people, I'm guessing, which is crazy on its own.
Big P! I know you're here!
What? And I just noticed, I guess I should have my sunglasses hanging on my shirt here like Krubs does.
Hello, everybody.
Here we go.
Along with my partner, Willie Gold, I'm Van, are all right. Welcoming.
And I remember these guys from the weightlifting one. I know that's not what it was called. And then also the spelling bee and the fake fight that he and Cookie have. I've seen these guys quite a few times, but not in a long time.
Well, I think Ned's in deep duty.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if he gets caught by Krubs, it's summer school and a whole pile of bad stuff.
He did get caught.
Now,
He did get caught. Now, he has not physically caught him, but he saw him, and that's more than enough to suspend him or worse.
what do you think about the Susie Mose dilemma?
Well, I like Mose better than Susie. I think she's a much...
Like they're talking about draft picks or something like that. That's pretty funny.
But he's going to have to figure it out on his own.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show to see if Ned ends up with Susie, Mose, Krubs.
Hey! Call the no-goers room.
And there's no way that he would make himself believe that maybe he didn't actually see Ned. That is impossible to believe. And I thought the teacher or the counselor was going to pick up and say, oh yeah, he's right here. That'd be pretty funny.
We're looking for a girl, tall, big brown eyes, touches art.
I'm looking for a Birdman.
I thought he sliced somebody. I was getting scared there.
You're all now deputized security for Huffington Garden and Gallery. We'll contact each other if we see anything, and we will catch those punks.
Can I have a badge too?
No, I don't like you or your art-touching tree poking.
I'm like, why doesn't he like them? But it's because of the art touchers, apparently.
Hey, we're in the gallery now. Did you get caught by Krubs?
No,
Almost.
no, I'm on my way. That was Susie. I gotta get going. Good luck with the wild boy.
Make a decision. This is not quite as bad as what Cookie is doing, but it's sort of in the ballpark. He just needs to be honest. That's most of these characters' problem.
Jennifer's chance.
Yeah, he better watch out. You've got Loomer with all the cheeses here.
Be on the lookout for a mop-headed kid, a bird boy, and the girl with big brown eyes.
What in the world?
Yeah! There they are!
So because of the merch, they fit this description. That's pretty funny. No. She could probably get in some legal trouble and maybe even arrested. You cannot tackle people. I mean, Missy is not exactly a public threat or anything like that. So this security guard is going to get in some real trouble if people find this out. She could be arrested, really. Disguise.
The target is in disguise.
Okay, I'll just put my clothes back on and forget about the whole still evil thing.
Good idea.
Where are my clothes? Oh, I put them right here.
Oh no, now he can't put his regular clothes back on. This is not good for him. Okay. So apparently there's a character from the show that looks just like him, and they're going to put him in the show, I guess? So weird.
Big B? Big B! There you are!
What in the world? What is going on? And I hate to stop it here, but I'm realizing that there are really no breaks in this extra long finale, which was really supposed to be 4 parts. So it might actually being only 2 or 3, meaning there will only be a couple more videos left, especially if I don't stop at this point. So again, sorry to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and pick up on the next video with the next couple of parts. But I hope you enjoyed this part of my reaction to the finale. Once again, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, you know what to do. Subscribe, and do let me know. I've heard from many of you on polls and various comments on what is going to replace Ned's Declassified on this channel, but tune in. There will be something that continues on Tuesday, even after this series is over. But it's not over yet. We still got 1 or 2 videos left. I'll see you on the next video. This has been Brandon from School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah!
All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon coming to you with a Ned's reaction. If you're watching this, you are probably watching it right before Christmas, in which case I hope everyone is having a Merry Christmas or does have a Merry Christmas in this Christmas season. So this is probably going to be the second to last Ned's Declassified reaction ever. I've been on the season finale for a couple of weeks now. This is going to be the second to last one, and then we'll have one more video right before before the end of 2025. It's kind of funny how it worked out that way. I didn't plan it that way intentionally. It just fell that way. It was kind of perfect. And then in 2026, we will have a new series on Tuesdays, but I will still release a video every Tuesday. This is part 3 of the season finale. I can't wait to get back into it. This is kind of where I left off. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I'm not wearing the Kubs costume anymore. I just simply wasn't able to do that, but I am able to react to this here with you, and we can watch it together. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, take a minute and subscribe to the channel by clicking the link below or the button below to subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment as well. I really, really enjoy reading viewer comments. Let's get into the episode. Okay.
Guards are chasing me for no reason. I'm scared. Help.
Coconut head.
Me and he's closer, so help me first. I got a plan.
Okay. And just a quick recap if you missed last week's reaction. So he's running from Kubs. Kubs has seen him and he's running from Kubs, and he snuck into this closet. I guess this is like the art exhibit in the gardens that they're at as a field trip. Let's keep going.
Just put my clothes on over yours so he thinks you're me.
What? Is that gonna work?
Coconut Head? That was you running from me?
You were shouting Big B, and I figured if you wanted me, you would have shouted Coconut Head, and I had to go to the bathroom real bad.
In the electrical closet? Okay, I buy that for now. But my...
Okay, I didn't think he was going to buy it. And he saw Ned at the beginning or back some time ago. He knows he's here. I don't think he would believe that it's just mistaken identity.
Big B senses are still tingling.
Mm-hmm.
Stop right there, Mom.
This guy.
You're going downtown.
And this is really not fair to Coconut Head. I don't think he did anything wrong that I can remember.
Oh, this is bad.
I thought he still had a t-shirt on. I don't think he gave him like his entire outfit. I thought he was keeping on a t-shirt.
That's right, Weasel. You can run, but you can't hide.
And if Gordy was still working at the school, this would be a potential firing, but he's already been fired, so let's keep going.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, Mr. Chopsaw and this lunch lady and Coach Durga, that's a potential firing for all of them. You cannot crawl through air ducts like this, obviously. Mr. Right! Mr. Right. I have not seen him in a long time. He just sort of disappeared. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about with Neds. You'll have these characters on there that are a big part of the show, and then they'll just disappear like they don't exist for several episodes. And here we have Mr. Right. I was wondering what was going to happen to him.
I am writing next year's handbook by hand, and I can't have any distractions.
You know, that is kind of sort of realistic. So writing it from scratch would be really, really difficult. More commonly, schools will revamp them. In other words, even if they're adding or taking away a lot of things, they typically won't start from scratch, although I'm sure schools have done it before. They'll take like the previous version and keep the really obvious things, you know, even if they're changing it completely, they'll keep the really obvious things that haven't changed so much, and they'll revamp the parts they want to revamp. But him writing it by hand, he wouldn't be using paper and pencil per se unless he's just taking down his ideas, and he really should be involving some other people in that process. But yeah, redoing the handbook is something you do, particularly at the end of the year.
It can't be that hard to catch a rodent. You all
He's
are
right
taking
there.
this personally, and it's driving you all mad.
He's got his handbook.
He took my handbook, and it's the only copy I've got. Find that weasel!
Ooh. Yeah, and I do remember kind of being in fear of losing important files, things like the handbook or other documents I'm working on. But nowadays, Mr. Wright's going to have a computer on his desk, and he's going to be working from that. It looks a little out of place almost, having the principal's office with no computer, just a desk. It's kind of like the old days.
And when the wily ruffian, a.k.a. Wild Boy, stumbled into the garden,
What?
he stayed long enough for
This is crazy.
What?
Are you nuts?
Well, that's all they had at the gift shop.
I'm supposed to meet Susie for lunch.
Okay, so I didn't show the whole thing, but basically because Ned gave his outfit to Coconut Head, he no longer had an outfit, although I thought he just gave him his overshirt. So Mose goes to the gift shop and buys him this, which is, I guess, merchandise related to the painting here that everybody's wanting to see, or the exhibit. And so now he has to walk around like this.
What am I gonna tell her? I saw the wild boy skirt and I just had to have it? Then I saw the wild boy skirt and I said, I just have to have it.
Uh-huh.
Finding the t-shirt was just a bonus. So, let's grab some lunch and then... I can smell the Rose Garden from here.
Oh, man. That electrical room. And they would not be able to run around with swords, especially if they're real. That would be super dangerous. What's going on?
Wow, look at you burly maintenance guys.
I'm pretty sure those are real
So
thieves.
angry, but...
I thought Susie moving back was a sign that Ned and I should just stay friends. But maybe the fact that Ned and I keep running into each other is a sign that
Who's she
we should
talking
be...
to? Oh, that's so good. Looks like a Roman bust or something. And she's telling him about all her problems. That's pretty funny.
Susie's my friend, but as her friend, I should warn her. Ned's crazy.
He is acting a little crazy.
Every time I think about him, my brain just turns to fruit salad, you know? I just wish there was a sign telling me what to do.
Okay. There you go. The sunglasses.
He's gone.
Didn't I tell you this was gonna be a great field trip?
Well, at least we're finally alone.
Hey guys, mind if I join you?
Jennifer, we meet again. This is getting weird.
This season finale, there's just a lot going on with all these characters and their interrelated issues. It's pretty funny here to see Loomer as his sophisticated self.
Who wants cheese?
How much cheese does he have? That's kind of crazy. What's going on? Back on the bus.
Now I hide here, get back to school, not get in trouble, and get rid of this stupid costume.
Okay, he's gonna see the real thieves.
Okay. Now the alarm system is disabled.
Is that Coach Stacks? It looks kind of like Coach Stacks from the gym episode where he does some sort of martial arts. I'm not sure, though. It may not be.
We'll meet at 1:45 for the guard change. Steal the wild boy, sell it to our buyer for $65 million.
What in the world?
At the first sign of any trouble, the Steel Eagle will be there.
Steel Eagle?
I can't take on art thieves.
The Steel Eagle fights for justice and protects the class on
So weird. He's like talking to his mask. I don't know what's going on here.
Just warn security that they're gonna get robbed at 1:45.
He's gonna get caught by the exhibit people.
Help! Yeah, I know I look funny, but I just overheard the three guys are gonna try and steal the wild boy at 1:45.
They're gonna try to steal the wild boy? Quick, Birdman, come with me.
And all of a sudden, he takes him seriously. I mean, not that he wouldn't listen to that tip, but he's not going to say, come with me, a kid in a ridiculous costume. That's pretty funny, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I spoke too soon. Yeah, that's a bit more realistic. Now, would he be able to lock them in there? Not without the school's permission and not without one of the adults being in there. Locking them in there kind of against their will with no adults, that's really horrible. And the school district could get in a lot of trouble for that. Now, if you wanted to do this and you had an adult, like one of the chaperones in there with them, that's probably fine.
No! I'm telling the truth! They're gonna steal the wild boy!
Yeah?
Okay, Polk, it's 1 o'clock, and you all have an hour to free roam!
Free roam, huh? I mentioned in one of the other episodes or other videos of this episode that I've seen this a lot more in high school. I don't see this as much in middle school. Not to say it's totally unrealistic. It could happen. But I see this much more commonly in high school where you have a bit more freedom.
Well, that was great cheese, but Susie and I are off to the Rose Garden.
Susie, you know Ned's a booger eater, right?
What? I am not.
Oh, does your girlfriend know you're a liar, too?
Okay.
Okay, wow, it's all coming out. Bringing out the big guns here at the end.
Yeah, when I was 3.
Once a booger eater, always a booger
At
eater.
least out of this.
Gross.
Are you through?
No. Does Susie know you pee yourself?
When I was 4!
Did you see Susie's face there? That was pretty good.
You know, we don't have to go to the rose garden. We can just take a walk and look for your pants.
Oh, we're going to the rose garden, and we're gonna totally make out.
You mean like this?
Mosley looks crazy, man. Abort the mission. I repeat, abort the mission.
Yeah, this is getting a little weird. I don't disagree with that there.
Come on, we're going to the rose garden.
I think I'll just stay and eat cheese.
Stay and eat cheese. All right, here we go. They've talked about this the whole entire trip, the whole entire episode. What's going to happen here?
Well, here we are. The rose garden. The most romantic spot in the gardens. Just the
Supposedly.
4 of us. I'm scared.
What?
We were here first.
You
So
don't
weird.
own the rose garden.
All right, so, obviously in my mind, I'm thinking Ned and Mose are going to eventually somehow get together. I don't know if that means Susie and Luma are going to get together or if they're just sort of there. I'm not real sure here. Let's see. What's going on here? So weird. Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, how is it that no one's there? I mean, I could almost understand if they gave them free reign over viewing the different exhibits during this 1 hour. I could see maybe here and there an adult not being right there, right at that very moment, but there's going to be someone, either staff from the gardens or other people visiting the gardens or other kids. But Kubs walks up right at this moment. That's perfect. Run? Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. I'm like, why would they just run away? But it's because Kubs doesn't even know that they were on the trip because they weren't supposed to go. They were in the no-go room or whatever he called it, and now he's running after them. That's going to be yet another potential suspension for Ned and Mose for running away from Kubs here.
Worst boyfriend ever.
Same bush. Same thing again.
Kubs didn't get a good look at you. So I'm gonna get him to chase me. You run to the parking lot, get on that bus, hide, and save yourself.
She's not going to be able to hide. Like, there's really nowhere to hide on a bus like that. And when they get on the bus, if Kubs is worth anything as a chaperone or trip organizer, he's going to count every single student and mark off every single student. One of the worst things you can do in public education is leave a kid somewhere. The notion that Mose can just hide on the bus without being seen when they leave is kind of ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I messed up you seeing the wild boy, and this whole thing's my fault. So I'll take the heat.
I don't want you to go.
I've got to.
The wild boy. That's pretty good. Okay, coast is clear.
He's in the walls. Let's get him.
What in the world?
That's plaster over cinder. We don't have the tools to get him.
I'm going to say that's a potential firing again for Gordy, even though he doesn't technically work here anymore. But let's keep going.
I'm the principal of this school, and I say we need some new equipment.
Okay. Who is that? Okay. All of them are getting a potential firing. Particularly at a minimum, I would say Gordy's getting a potential firing because he drove a bulldozer through the front door. And Mr. Wright, I don't think has ever gotten a potential firing that I can remember. He's getting one for authorizing this. He said, we need new equipment. And Gordy does this seemingly with Mr. Wright's authorization or at his direction even. You don't do that. If you've got some sort of pest in the school, you call animal control or get a specialist in there. You don't bulldoze the door down.
Sweetie! Have you seen Bigby? I know I saw him here today. I banned him from this field trip. I ordered him to the no-goers room, and he defied me.
He did.
You saw him too, right?
Why,
Oh, he sees him now.
I haven't seen him all day.
Yeah, that's a potential firing, Mr. Sweeney. if he lies to Kubs, particularly about a student who is on a field trip, who is not supposed to be there, and he says he's not there when he really is, that's a firing.
I must be seeing things. Consider this my early graduation gift to you, Mr. Bigby.
Yeah, you can't do
You'll
that,
be
though.
remembered as one of my worst students, and also one of my favorites.
Yep.
Good luck.
Okay.
Aren't you gonna help me down?
No, but do let me know later how the rest of your day turned out.
I'm just going to wrap that into the same potential firing here. All right, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end this segment of the video here. I promise I will pick up with the very last part of the finale next week, the last Tuesday of 2025. It seems kind of fitting, and then we'll have a new year and a new show on Tuesday. You all seemed to favor recess, but we'll see. That may end up being what it is. But I have really enjoyed this series, and like many of you all have commented, I'm sort of sad to get to the end of it, but it had to happen at some point. Just a quick reminder, if you're not a subscriber by this point, please do me a favor. Your Christmas gift to me, if you want to call it that, can be subscribing to the channel by clicking the button below. Also, be sure and leave a comment. I do enjoy the comments as well. I'm going to leave the video here, and I'll see you on the very last one next week on the very last Tuesday of 2025. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week. As always, thanks for watching. All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. This is Brandon coming to you on the last Tuesday of 2025. You may be watching this as a premiere. I'm not sure yet because as far as you're concerned, I am Brandon of the past. I probably recorded this several weeks ago, but here we are. It's the last Tuesday in 2025, and we'll pick up next week with a brand new series, probably Disney's Recess, but we will see. Today, I'm going to be reacting to the very end of Ned's Declassified. I can't believe we're finally here, and sorry I couldn't wear the Kubs suit for this. You all got to see that in the first two parts of this extra long episode. But it's finally the very end. Where we left off was Ned was up in this tree, and Kubs almost caught him, but Mr. Sweeney distracted him, basically lied, and got himself a potential firing. But I can't wait to see how this thing wraps up. If you have been watching my Ned series all this time, and you're still not subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel using the button below. I would really appreciate it. Also, I would appreciate your comments. I do read the comments very carefully, so do make your voice heard. I enjoy hearing from you all as well. But let's get into the episode. Yeah, that was a long fall, and I'm going to go ahead and give Mr. Sweeney another potential firing here because at the very end of the last video, right before this, basically, in the episode, Mr. Sweeney also refused to help Ned down, and it looked like Ned got hurt there. I saw a big gash on his face. That would be really, really serious and probably get Mr. Sweeney fired. Oh, they're going to say it's the wild boy. There you go. I mean, he does sort of look like him, even with the matching scratches from the exhibit, and they think it's him. That's pretty funny. They're chasing him. Uh-oh. Run. Okay. Okay, so he's got to choose, not just between the Rose Garden and the parking lot, but between Susie and Mose, because that's where they are. Susie was in the Rose Garden, and he told Mose to go to the parking lot and hide on the bus. Again, I'm not really sure how you do that without being seen, but he's got to make the decision here. He really needs to at this point. He has not done great in this area. But basically...
Susie. Mose.
Make a choice.
Mose, I gotta call him to make sure he's okay.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to believe this. I just got a wild boy sighting.
So he is real.
No, of course not.
Uh-oh. He's going to see that he is real, or he's going to think that because he's going to see Ned here. That's pretty funny. There he goes. Oh, boy.
I don't know what to do. Just give me a sign.
Oh. That looked painful. I mean, clearly, I don't think that was the mannequin or dummy that they normally use to just throw people around in scenes. That looked pretty realistic there. The signs. Big brown eyes. Okay, Mose montage. Here we go. And you can see from this, these kid actors have really changed throughout the series, even though it's only 3 seasons. They have changed quite a bit, and you know, that's what happens in middle school. You undergo a lot of physical changes, most notably height, and your face starts to look different, a little bit more grown up, and you can definitely see that in these kid actors. It's kind of funny. Yeah, they're always doing gross stuff. Ugh. Yep. Feynman. What? Oh, man. And this is kind of neat for me because I'm remembering all the different moments from seeing this season, kind of binge watching it in a way. It's taken quite a long time to get through it, but here we are with the Mose flashbacks here. Here we go. That's a lot of friendship moments. I remember all these. What? Oh yeah, where she turns giant. Yep. Oh, that was gross. Yeah, that was a suspension. That was a suspension.
You want to meet me in the Rose Garden?
All right.
We're running out of time. They're gonna steal the painting. This looks like a job for the
What's he gonna do? He's locked in there.
Hey, that reminds me. You owe me $10.
Oh, well, I mean, kind of, sort of, because he hired him to fake bully someone so he could fake beat them up. It's really sort of terrible, but yeah, I mean, technically, yes. Ooh. No way. Oh, come on. There's like 7 or 8 of them, and you're telling me that they can slip out without this guy noticing? And he walked right in the room. I mean, he would have seen them. There's really nowhere to hide. This is totally unrealistic, but I guess the plot doesn't happen if this doesn't happen.
illegal. Save the trip.
No, come on.
Sorry, but now I have to save the wild boy.
Weasel. Yeah, after he broke down the door, we'll just include this into that potential firing here. It's sort of the same thing. They're tearing this up. I guess they figure, like, they don't need this set anymore. When they filmed this, they knew this was kind of it for this set. So I guess they had no problem destroying it. How a bill becomes a law.
We got the weasel! All right, everybody get your nets ready.
What in the world?
Finally catch that no good, dirty, thieving weasel!
What's going on here?
Whoa, I didn't see that coming.
What is it? The Rose Garden. I guess Loomer and Susie aren't there anymore?
Wanted to see the wild boy, right?
It didn't happen.
I don't think things are working out with me and Susie.
And Loomer's not my type.
So maybe we should go out, you know? Boyfriend, girlfriend, more than friends.
Hand-holding, talking all night, heart-shaped candies on Valentine's Day.
I'm ready if you are.
Okay.
Best field trip ever.
All right, well, I guess at least after all that time, they finally got past all of their shenanigans that they've gone through, and Ned finally made a decision. Sort of driving me crazy, and probably you as well, but we finally tied up this little plot line. Steal Eagle.
Steal the wild boy, and security's looking for the wrong guy. Oh, shit. Was I interrupting something?
We're going out now.
Cool. I cannot let someone steal the wild boy.
We can't go up against art thieves.
But we can't let crime win. And they don't
Tell
have
the
They
tell the
just destroyed
staff.
The alarm system.
Then we'll have to be the new alarm system.
The new alarm system.
Hey, we're the new guys, and you're relieved.
No. No, I don't see that working. We're the new guys. Come on.
I'm sorry. Gallery's closed.
I can't believe it.
I mean, I guess that would work as far as leading them to the thieves when he said we're the new alarm system. I wasn't quite sure what he meant, but the notion that those fake guards would be able to just close the exhibit without anybody knowing about it or anybody being there is kind of crazy.
Wild boy. No, that's Big B.
Yep. Cheese.
Want to go back out again?
Sure.
Just like that. Yeah, that's quite an alarm. I mean, that would get my attention. This is funny to me because Ned and Cookie are doing all these crazy things to get people's attention. And with Mose, it just says, don't pick the flowers. And she picks up a flower and sets off an alarm. That's pretty funny.
Okay, you've all seen the movies. Nobody says a word and nobody gets hurt.
Ooh. Saying that to a bunch of kids, I don't know what the sentence would be for stealing art like this, but if you do something in the presence of some kids or threaten kids like that, that's going to enhance whatever sentence you get. I'm not a law expert, I'm not in law enforcement at all, but I do know that is probably the case.
They're stealing the Wild Boy!
Oh. Lead everybody to the... Ooh, okay. That's not good. And I'm not an art expert either, but I would think that if you do that to it and just kind of wad it up like that or roll it up, it's not going to maintain the same value.
That was easy. Now, let's get out of here.
Okay, here they come.
Gentlemen, I hope you like money.
You're not allowed to touch the art, punk.
Oh yeah, he touched it all right. He stole it. And I don't know what this samurai is about to do. I don't see a sword in his hand, so that makes me feel a little bit better about it. He just takes it back.
And you're busted too. You defied me. Crashed this field trip. You are
Heroes. As crazy and annoying as they've been all day, they saved this museum from losing its most valuable possession.
They did, but number one, the staff at this art exhibit don't have any influence at all over what happens to them as far as school goes. That would be up to Kubs and Mr. Wright as well. They would receive some pretty harsh or some pretty heavy consequences for going on this field trip without anybody knowing, but I sort of blame the school as well. If you remember at the beginning when they left the school, Kubs was supposed to count them and kind of look over the bus or see who was on the bus and who wasn't, and then he just stopped for no reason because the kids wanted to get going. That's sort of his fault as well, but they would get some sort of consequence. Now, would it be summer school? No, summer school is more often given for academic reasons. In other words, you're failing a class or you have failed your classes, and the school allows you to go to the next grade under the condition that you do some work over the summer to pass or to make up your assignments.
I was wrong about you, White Knight.
White Knight.
Must be one heck of a vice principal to instill that kind of bravery in your students.
So now that he's flattered Kubs, he's going to let Ned off. That's my prediction.
I am pretty good. And I always tell them, do the right thing.
I mean, most of the time.
We have permission to be here?
Yeah, what the heck.
Excuse me, Steely?
I don't know about that. It would have to be probably a bit more than what we see here for Ned to completely get away with this. I don't see that happening, but I guess Kubs wanted to do him a favor here.
Would you like to get some pizza after school today?
What?
Okay. I think that's enough excitement for one day. So let's get back to the calmness and serenity of our Polk Middle School. To the buses!
Now, I don't think it's too calm and serene right now after Gordy, Mr. Wright, and the other teachers got done with it. All right, yeah. Demolished it.
Keep it down.
He went to sleep. Did he put the weasel to sleep?
Gordy?
All right, let's see it. Oh, baby weasels. Okay.
Looks like we have...
I was going to say, I don't know how this little plot line was going to end, but I don't think they would kill a weasel on Neds. Not that kind of show, but I guess this is a good happy ending here.
New school pets and some new school repairs.
Right. And
New
Gordy
school.
will be sticking around to make them and is not fired.
No, of course.
And the teachers would not be able to do this. I mean, you need some construction contractors to do the level of work that they are going to need. And as for the weasels, I don't know if you could keep them around unless you could safely keep them maybe as some sort of classroom exhibit. I have seen that a lot of times for classes to have maybe small reptiles or something like that as a little exhibit in class. Now, I've never seen an animal quite that big, and I don't know if it's safe to keep those in class or not, but I have seen smaller animals in classrooms, though.
I'll get started right away. I'll let the night guy get it.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So, looks like Gordy's done chasing weasels.
I get my pizza date with Lisa.
All right, here we go. The series wrap-up. can't wait. This feels like the end.
Going to meet her down.
And now that Ned and I are going out, join ya.
And we all live happily ever after.
I noticed Ned still has a big old cut on his face. Did he not treat that at all? That seems like it's going to get infected. All right, here we go. Is this it? Is this the end of Ned's? Well, all right. That was it. As hard as it is for me to believe, that was the end of my reaction series to Ned's Declassified. So next week, I will still publish at this time. I will publish on Tuesdays every single week, but it will be a new series, most likely Disney's Recess, but we will see. I hope you all have enjoyed this series. It has really been one of the hallmarks of this channel, and I'm a little sad to see it go, but there's so much more that we can do here together on this channel as far as reactions, and it is very fitting. I promise you, I did not plan for this to end today, right at the end of 2025, but it seems really, really fitting that today is the day. So I hope you've enjoyed exploring or rewatching this series with me. For me, it's been for the first time. For many of you all, you've seen it several times or remember it growing up. Y'all have told me multiple stories about your experiences with it, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed spending 2025 watching my videos. I'll see you on my next video and also next week with a brand new series on Tuesday, same day, same time, so do keep up your habit of tuning in on Tuesdays, and I'll see you then. I want to wish you a happy 2026 if I don't see you before then, and as always, thanks for watching.